Thinking of playing Death Ride Salerno, 29th Panzer Grenadier. It's the 10th of September 1943 in the center of the American line. So, Death Ride Salerno uses a game turn that's broken down into a German turn and an Allied Army turn. I'm going to jump right into the Allied Army turn, which actually comes second. Germans aren't going to do anything. Looking at the Allied Army turn, I'm going to look first at the command and control phase, which means that I'm going to look at the command and control rules. The expanded sequence of play has this: the Allied Army player determines the command and control status of all Allied Army units. Check to see if Allied Army units that were out of supply are now in supply. So that's that. Now, under command and control, there's a section for it's labeled German units, and there's another section of the command and control rules labeled Allied Army units. So under Allied Army units, combat units must be able to trace a path no more than 7 hexes long to their parent headquarters, but 4 hexes on 10 September. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna go along with that. So we need to keep a tight formation here. So this is the Allied formation. This is the I don't have the notes handy. I think it's Shore Engineer Regiment, the American Engineers here. Yeah, that would sound right, because this is the headquarters. Oh yeah, it's a regimental headquarters right there. 531st Shore Engineer Regiment right there. So what we're looking at here is two battalions up, 1 battalion back. So 1st Battalion is over here, or wait, 1st Battalion, sorry. Ooh, gotta get going here again. I messed this up. Okay, let's try this again. Alright, we've got the 1st Battalion on the left. We have we have 1 company. It is Alpha Company, but that doesn't matter. We have 1 company forward, dismounted. The remaining 2 companies in trail, mounted. We have the same on the right. This is 2nd Battalion over here. 1 company forward, dismounted. Remaining 2 companies back, mounted. And then in the center, we have the 3rd Battalion, all mounted and spread out. Spread out like that, with the headquarters located with the trail company there. So from the headquarters, 1, 2, 3, 4. So all the units are within command and control range of the headquarters, but we can't get too much more spread out than this. Oh, and back here on the road is the supply company right there. Okay, Allied operations phase. We're basically doing everything, everything operations-wise except for close assault. So we're going to do maneuver. There's going to be opportunity fire, defensive fire, overwatch fire, or possibilities for that. Mobility and survivability, fire support, air defense as applicable. Here we're just going to do movement and direct fire, and yeah, for the most part. Okay, so we're jumping right in. So the Alpha Company here, dismounted, is going to move forward for 1, and we're just going to try, whether it's a good shot or whatever. The Germans here are going to take opportunity fire, and we will take a look at opportunity fire and the fire mechanics again. Okay, I actually backed them up. There are 6 forms of movement. There's regular movement, overrun movement, overwatch movement, reserve movement, withdrawal movement, and paratroop drops. I cannot remember whether players, I can't remember if players are required to declare their type of movement, but I guess it makes sense. But the Americans here are, instead of just moving out like I did, they're going to use overwatch movement. So this is going to allow, so, okay. Declare overwatch movement, and this allows the unit to move 1/4 of their full movement allowance and then receive an overwatch marker on them to designate them as overwatch units. So movement allowance is the lower right number, which in this case is 6. Having 1/4 of that, they basically have they have 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 movement points. So they are going to use 1. Now here's where I'm not sure I would think that the opportunity fire would go in now before the Americans go into overwatch position. Okay, I think that that shot by the Germans is just, it can't be effective. Too far out. So the American company is actually going to stay there, go into overwatch position as planned. And now I'm going to try this. Now we're going to try staying wheeled, mounted up. So this is 2 for truck, 2 movement points for truck, whatever, movement class, whatever it's called. I can't remember. 2, 4, 6. So at 6, this is vastly different, which I'm glad it is. The defense value for the infantry on foot is 20, which is quite high actually. That drops drastically down to 6 when mounted, which again, I'm glad it's that way. But these are 2 very different combats. So now let's see if the Germans, the Germans can do opportunity fire here, I believe. So it's going to be primary weapon, factor of 3 at a range of 4, 1, 2, 3. Secondary weapon factor of 6 at a range of 2, but it's beyond that. So they're just going to fire their primary weapon. Yeah, so 3 to 6 is 1 to 2, which I suppose I should use the fractions that they use in this game. So that's a 0.5. It sure looks like it's still a soft target because the defense value of the truck-mounted infantry is 6 with nothing, no background color, no background highlight. So it should be a soft target. Okay, so on the fire combat table, went through all the die roll modifiers, and the only one that I see that applies is -3 for opportunity fire. So it's on the 0.5 column, -3, so that, they roll a 2. 2 minus 3 is -1, obviously nothing. Yeah, -1, nothing. Okay. So, I think while this unit is moving, the German unit there is op fire, primary weapon op fire complete. Okay. And I'm going to mark the Germans as such. So now the Americans can pick up movement again from 6. This is 7, 8. Now once they get here, line of sight should be broken. So they're not subject to opportunity fire again. So that's 8, and then they're going to going off-road for truck is 4. Yeah, so 12. So they've expended 12 at this point, and now I would like the infantry to dismount if they can. Okay, it looks like it's just a basic half of the movement allowance. So movement allowance is 36. So they're going to expend half their movement allowance, which they have remaining, to unload the infantry like that. How do they put it? Passengers may not move after unloading. So they are done. Guess I probably should have put them on there. And now I think that's refreshed for another enemy mover.